During the Depression, I was born in my grandmother's home in Anaheim, California on August 24, 1932. I stayed in Anaheim throughout my youth and attended school there. After school, I went to community college for 2 years. After that, I was drafted into the Army in 1952 and served in the military during the Korean War. After leaving the service, I became an educator and a principal and served at many schools in Fullerton. I enjoyed playing golf, many other games actually, and water volleyball now that I'm older. I also like to camp and travel. The most important event in my life was getting married to my second wife. I consider this the most important event because I loved my wife more than anything in the world. My wife's name was Colleen. She was a smart, witty, and extremely knowledgeable woman. She made me so happy and completely fulfilled. I met Colleen at a restaurant, and a year later, when I was principal at Richmond School in Fullerton, I met her again. At that time, she was a teacher at the same school, and she moved to another school because we wanted to date, and it's not a good idea for the principal to be dating one of their teachers. We dated for 28 years. Since we wanted to live together, we decided to get married. I proposed to her by the fountain in the courtyard of the Villa del Sol in downtown Fullerton. We were wed on 4/14/14, which is April 14th, 2014, which coincidentally reads the same way both forward and backward. In case you didn't know, this is called a palindrome. And my wife thought it was a good date for us for our wedding. Our wedding was a small ceremony held in the Fullerton courtyard, or court recorder's office. It was officiated by Sharon Quirk, who is not only a teacher in Fullerton, but she was also the California State Assembly woman at the time. A few close friends and family members celebrated our happy day with us. Sadly, Colleen was diagnosed with cancer 1 year before we were married and died a year and a half after our wedding. Despite not getting to live with my wife for a long time after our wedding, we still had the happiest times of our lives. I have learned that each day is a gift, so we should make every day the best it can be, possibly be. One thing I would do if I could repeat things is to marry Colleen sooner. I thank God for bringing her into my life. She made my life more meaningful to me, and without a doubt, my family loves her too. She was my perfect partner. Whenever I think of her and our marriage, I feel so fortunate to have her and lived with her as my beloved partner for 30 years. Well, actually, we didn't live together for 30 years, but 2.5 years. We had a wonderful life together. I am forever grateful to God for giving me this tremendous blessing.
Why did you choose to propose to Colleen at the fountain at Villa del Sol?
Well, the fountain in the courtyard at Villa del Sol was our favorite place in the city of Fullerton, and so that's why we just wanted to be engaged there.
Why did you and your wife choose a palindrome for your wedding?
Well, my wife was real interested in palindromes, and she had 2 or 3 other ones before that date, but it just wasn't convenient to get married then, so we chose this one. It worked out real well for us, and so it was just her affection with palindromes.
If you could give one piece of advice about marriage, what would it be?
Advice? I think my advice would be that each partner gives 100%. A lot of times people say 50-50, but you really need to give more.